YouTube. Well, here's my latest video about the Sandy Hook tragedy. Well, it's been a while since I've actually made a video. I kind of gave up on this whole hoax video debunking because people, well, they just kind of gave up and didn't care. But a Facebook page has been made and a lot of my videos are used on there, and as you can see, they have 130,000 likes basically. So I thought, okay, I'll make a new video. And one of the videos I wanted to make before was about Robbie Parker and his infamous laughing, joking. That's what he's doing. He's laughing and joking. He's not just smiling. He's laughing, he's joking, he's horsing around, he's just having a good time. So I thought I'd make a video about that. Now I'm going to make these as short as possible because I've made videos that are an hour long, and the longest average time that anyone's watched any of my videos is 6 minutes. You want the truth, but you're not willing to watch more than 6 minutes of any of my videos. So I'm going to try to make these as short as possible, and any videos I make from now on, they're all going to be that short. So as my standard, if you want to own guns and you're able by law, own as many guns as you want. Okay? I say it in all my videos. Now, I must point out, as always, I don't work for the government. I'm just pointing out lies. That's all I'm doing, okay? Every video I watch, people lie. They don't care about the truth because they make lies, and then the next video they don't correct anything they said wrong in the last video. They just keep making new videos, and it's very apparent they do that every single time. Now, with the Robbie Parker part of the video, in every hoax video I see, everyone says the same thing. If that had happened to me, I could never have done that. I couldn't have laughed and joked and smiled and done all the other things. He smiles for like 3 seconds, that's it. Then he walks up to a podium. And yes, he reads a piece of paper. And you people all say he's an actor. Well, if he's an actor, he doesn't have to read a script. Think they just hand actors scripts as they walk up to a podium or walk up to the stage to do a play or a movie or anything like that? Yeah, right. So what I did was I found a video of a father who lost his daughter. She was murdered. And he does all the same things that Robbie Parker did. This man has nothing to do with anything to do with Sandy Hook. This is just a true video of a father who lost his daughter. There's no acting involved. And you'll see it's exactly the same as Robbie Parker. Amazing, I know. So let me set the stage here. As you can see, this man, he's about to walk up to this podium, which Robbie Parker was going to do. See, I found a video that was pretty much exactly the same. Reporters, podium, see all the cameras, which Robbie Parker had. This is what Robbie Parker walked out the door to. So when people say, oh, Robbie Parker had no idea that the cameras are on, this is what he walked out that door to. Here comes the father up to the podium, and listen to what he says. So did you see that? He paused, took a breath of air, and he said, ready to go? Does that look or sound familiar to you? Because that's exactly what Robbie Parker did. Amazing, right?
Don't thank me, thank the crown.
He's elated right now because the murderer of his daughter has been found guilty. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, you didn't show us a video of a person talking the next day about his daughter's death. Well, sorry if thousands of videos like that don't exist, but a man whose daughter died in a vicious way, talking to reporters, that is what I found.
I had a lot of faith in them, and I do wait and see justice.
He's elated.
What's
He's
next?
happy.
Continue on.
As you can see him smiling at this point, okay? Which is what anyone would be doing. He's happy.
I got a lot of stuff I want to work on, and take it a day at a time.
What was your reaction when you heard
that verdict? What was in your heart when you heard that scream? You heard those words. I wanted to scream something in the courtroom, but we just couldn't do it. Happy, excitement, but at the same time, there was a sense of loss.
Now he's upset because he's thinking about his daughter, which exactly happens with Robbie. Well, I've heard a lot of people say, here's a video of Robbie where he really does sound sad. Robbie is sad even in the video where he's laughing and joking and doing all the things you people say he's not doing. He doesn't laugh and he doesn't joke with anybody. What does he laugh about? What does he joke about? He smiles as he's walking up to the camera, which was on even before he walked out the door because they just finished doing another interview with someone right before him. So as you can see, these people, They're acting normal. This man goes through a whole range of emotions during this interview. Right now he's elated, he's happy because his daughter's murderer has been charged. Now he's getting sad because he's thinking about his daughter.
Yay. We got it. We got the justice.
Now he's smiling again.
Oh yeah, it's the same
He was
reaction
just
we had
sad,
all day,
now he's
rolling
smiling.
by, blah blah blah, whatever. Good luck.
Here comes a picture of his daughter. Now as you can see, he was sad for a few seconds, then he was smiling and he's joking with the people there. Now here comes a picture of his daughter.
The rest of them, pardon? Oh, they're gonna be very amazed with their decision, knowing the information that wasn't able to be released. And it was all for this little girl right here. Not just for me, but for every little child in Canada that doesn't deserve what happened to her.
There you go.
Victoria!
That man is now sad, thinking about his daughter, right? So he's gone through a range of emotions. He was happy, he was sad, he was happy, now he's sad again. Now he can't even face the camera because he's more upset again. And he wipes away a tear that we don't get to see him wipe away. But are you going to say he's acting? Because a lot of people, when you say, oh, look at the people wiping away tears, but we don't really see them, etc., etc. Well, here is a real person who has nothing to do with Sandy Hook. And that's what he's doing. Now he's composed.
Oh, a lot of good's already come out of it. There's already been changes to the Amber Alert. There's so many things.
So now he's talking about the good things that have happened because of his daughter's death. Laws in Canada have changed to the Amber Alert, etc., etc. Nothing about guns, just different laws so that if someone is kidnapped, etc., etc., things happen faster, it's easier to find the person, etc. That is what he's talking about. Now this woman, again, goes through a range of emotions. She's sad and she's happy. And as you can see, the people around her are all doing different things too. Here's someone smiling. Here he is. He's upset. He's talking to the people behind them. This woman gets upset and then she laughs. She's sad. He's now smiling.
And show so much support. It's been amazing. Coming up as people are cheering people off the street.
Laughing.
How did that feel? Felt awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woodstock.
Thank you, Woodstock. Thank you, London. Thank you.
Canada.
Thank you, every individual who helped along the way. Every single person.
With your thoughts and prayers. This
They are joking, for real. It's not just someone saying, oh look, he's joking. They are joking, etc. As you can see, they are all joking and laughing together. For real.
God bless you.
Doreen, what does tomorrow look like for your family?
Party time. I don't know. It's going to be nice to get up and breathe, be able to breathe without wondering what's going to happen.
So there you go. And here we have a true outpouring of emotion. This man lost his daughter. She was murdered. The murderer was found guilty. And now he's happy about that. He's not happy he lost his daughter. He's happy that the murderer was found guilty. And in this press conference that he gives, he was happy, he was sad, he was happy again. He even had a tear that he had to wipe away. Couldn't look at the screen anymore. Then he was happy. Then they all were happy. Then they were laughing together, weren't they? Here we have a Columbine father. His son had just been murdered. He's in his son's room and he's giving an interview. You can actually see him smiling, and he really does joke with the people interviewing him because he's remembering the good times about his son. That is what these people are doing when they're remembering their loved ones. They're not remembering that they died in a horrible way. They're remembering the good times that they had with their children.
He didn't make his bed before he went to school.
In the bedroom of his slain son.
See? Laughing and smiling. That is what people do when they think of their loved ones in a good way. And now for the last part of the video, Everyone said that Robbie Parker got into character by hyperventilating. It wasn't the fact that he was upset that his daughter had died and that he was on TV for literally 100 million people to watch. You have to remember, these are just small town people who got thrust into the limelight. But people don't understand that. They think, oh, for sure. Anyone who just goes on the cameras for millions of people, they're just used to it. Yep. You live in a small town, you're used to it. Here's another family that had nothing to do with Sandy Hook. And this young man just found out about his brother who was murdered. And here they are talking about him. Did you see that? Did you see him exhale? Should I rewind it? Let's do that, because I know how you people like to rewind and play things over and over again. That sounded a lot like Robbie Parker, but let's go on.
You never met a person who would do anything for anyone, who would bend over backwards for complete strangers.
So there you go. He looks like Robbie Parker, a little. He sounds like Robbie Parker because he's upset while he's talking to people, right? That is what happens in the real world.
And I can't believe this has happened to someone like him. I can't believe a world would not recognize how important he was to us. My hope dimmed a while ago. I didn't want him to have to go through this for such a long time, and
He just exhaled again. Would you like me to rewind it again? Another exhale. Now, do you think he's getting into character when he's exhaling like this? Or do you think he's really distraught? Because it's real, people. You people think Robbie's an actor? This is real. This is real emotion. This is what it looks like when you're upset.
I hope that they did everything they can.
And now, one last time, just to emphasize that he's not hyperventilating to get into character. I'd just like to say sorry to the people who lost people in all these tragedies that I've shown examples of. I don't mean to use you, but people need proof, and you are the proof that I came up with. There you have it. That video went longer than I wanted it to go. I didn't want it to go any longer than 5 minutes, because that's apparently the attention span of the most people. But one last thing I'd like to say is that you can't prove or disprove a crime because of the way some people act after the crime happened. If a murderer got onto the stand and the whole time he's on the stand he cried, was sad, was upset, are you going to say to yourself, well, that person's innocent because they're sad. They don't act like they murdered anyone. Or if someone got on the stand and they were innocent and they smiled or they did something you didn't like, are they guilty? Or if some of the family members did something in the audience that you didn't like, are they guilty? You shouldn't judge people because of what happens after a tragedy. Now, if all the parents and all the families acted exactly the way you wanted them to do, you still have problems with 100 other things. So, basing any crime or guilt on the actions of people around that event has nothing to do with it. Nothing. People are in shock. You're in denial that anything's even happened. So anyways, in closing, I encourage anyone to go to this page, Sandy Hook Elementary Debate page. They have all my videos, and apparently they still will debate people. And that's all I have to say. Watch out for my other videos where all my next videos are going to be under 5 minutes long. I'm going to do brief videos where I recap all the evidence that we know so far. And if there's any videos that you think that I should debunk, please let me know. And you can even let these people know. Let anybody know, because I will debunk any video that there is. There's just some things that can't be debunked because it's just ludicrous. Anderson Cooper's nose disappearing, to me, is just hilarious. Whatever. Who cares? Does that prove that 20 children didn't die? Say Anderson Cooper didn't go to Newtown that day. Does that prove anything? Does it really? Oh, they used green screens for the whole event, did they? Right, sure. All because Anderson Cooper, his nose disappeared. See, things like that are ludicrous to me. I'm not debunking that. Because that, to me, that's just funny. And it's not because I can't debunk it. It's just that, what's the point? 100% of this crime, this tragedy, can't be debunked. But 100% of it can't be proven that it didn't happen. I see a lot of proof about, oh, look at people walking around in circles, or look at how the family's acting weeks later, or look at this, look at that, look at this. But none of it has anything to do with the tragedy. Nothing. You all had a problem with Robbie Parker. No father could act that way. Oh, no, couldn't do that. Oh, look at him hyperventilating. Oh, yeah, look at this. Yeah, well, I showed you examples of that, right? Where regular people who had nothing to do with Sandy Hook did the same thing. Okay, thank you for watching, and like I said, watch out for my mini videos that are basically all going to be under 5 minutes long, just to help people that don't want to know the truth and can't even stand 5 minutes. Thank you.